Are we live?
Welcome to the Foolish Wanderers podcast.
Why must I be surrounded by fools?
Welcome, Wanderer.
Hey Wanderers, welcome back to the Foolish Wanderers podcast, the podcast about anything and everything. Today, we're talking about some of the strangest fast food promotions. So I think we're going to start with one of the promotions that I saw, I think it was a year ago now? Yeah, it'd be a year ago, by one of my favorite YouTubers. She brought up this promotion from KFC where they made KFC Crocs.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, so in early 2020, the fashion designer at apparel brand Scoot, she's a makeup artist, special effects artist, does a bunch of stuff. Her name is MLMA.
Wait, that's how
All
you
capital.
say it?
I don't know how you say it exactly. It's all capitals, so I don't know if it's like just like an artist name, you know? I don't know, but it's MLMA. She took a bucket of chicken and combined it with Crocs. So if you look at these things, I think you can Google them and they'll pop up in images and stuff. They look like, so they're Crocs. They look like Crocs. And then, so the bottom of it is the striped red and white bucket from like their normal chicken. And then the top part that covers the top of your foot looks like a bunch of fried chicken. So it looks like you're wearing a bucket of chicken on your feet.
Gold.
So then apparently on top of it, to go with the, not just have it 2D, so it's like 3D, they made special scented gibbets that look like pieces of fried chicken.
What's a gibbet?
A gibbet? A gibbet is like the charms like you put on Crocs, like the little
Those
charms.
pins? Those, okay, yeah, those pin, okay, yeah.
Little gibbets.
Oh,
So yes,
that's
they
what
made-
it's called?
It's called a gibbet, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord. Okay. I'm not a croc wearer, so I'm new to this universe.
I used to love them when I was a kid. I remember, because I think they're, at least around where I grew up, they're pretty popular. So, like, you'd have the gibbets, and I don't think you could wear them to school because people would trade them. But, yeah, so they're pretty popular when I was a kid. But, yeah, so, no, these gibbets are, I think they're almost life-size, like, drumstick. They look like drumsticks, but they're scented like fried chicken.
Oh, no.
They look pretty realistic, too.
Wait, were these real? Like Crocs was selling?
Yeah, you could buy them. It was in July 2020 that you could actually buy them.
Oh my god.
It was pretty great. I don't know how much they were. They were probably like $100 or more.
I mean, I wouldn't want my feet to smell like fried food, but I guess I would rather have the smell of fried food instead of the smell of feet.
Not combined though. That'd
Not
be pretty disgusting combined.
Oh.
I don't know how strong it was though, and you can always take off the gibbets. Like they just like.
Okay, I have to ask this question only because feel like I have some big cojones today. But
Okay.
somebody told me when I was probably like 13, 14. I think this is a lie.
Okay.
But that Crocs, you were supposed to put them in like a very low temperature oven or something, and then they would somewhat like melt, and not melt like dripping like a candle wax or anything, but sort of be more like malleable and stuff. And then you were supposed to put them on your feet, and it would be like memory foam, but form to your foot more. I think it's a blatant lie, and that's not a thing, and you should not put Crocs in the oven.
No.
But
I can look it up. I've never heard that before. I know like
really?
I've never heard that. I know if you wear them enough, like they'll form to the shape of your feet because they're like a foamy texture.
They're gross. See, yeah, it's kind of gross. Like you're not supposed to wear that. Like I've seen people wear Crocs like barefoot in Crocs, and I think that's kind of nasty because all the oils and stuff will eventually just make like a black footprint of just dirt in the insole. Like Birkenstocks, like those sandals.
Oh yeah,
Just-
those are still popular.
Oh yeah, but those are disgusting too. Big like black dirty like footprint on the inside of the sole, which is ugh. And then it turns the person's foot black too because they're stepping in like sweating in their gross filth.
Gross.
Mm.
I never really thought about it that way, and then yeah.
Did I just ruin like Birkenstocks and Crocs for you?
I mean, I've never wanted Birkenstocks, and then I haven't worn Crocs in years, so no, not really. But I did find apparently it is a thing. You put Crocs in the oven.
What? Okay,
It
wait.
is a
Say that
thing.
again. Say that again. Say it again.
Apparently, it's a thing that you can put your Crocs in the oven. There's actual instructions. Okay, so Google, I don't know how accurate Google is, but it's on Google. It says, step 1, preheat the oven to 275 degrees Fahrenheit. 2,
Wait, that seems like wow, it seems like a higher temperature. Okay, then I was
I mean,
thinking like 175 or something.
oh,
Like
okay.
real I
It's like,
was thinking like a hair dryer, like you could put a hair dryer to them.
I'm sure that could probably work too if you like, yeah, if it was hot enough. I'm sure that would work.
Oh my god. Okay, so 270. Okay, so you preheat your oven to 275.
Yep. Then take a cookie sheet and add a sheet of parchment paper on it, like you're baking a cookie. And then 3, take the Crocs and place them on the sheet so they are not touching. While they are in the oven, get 2 pairs of socks, best for one of the pairs to be thicker, like a hiking sock, and then put them on. So you don't burn yourself, put socks
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So apparently that's a thing. I've never heard of that,
Wait,
but
how long do you put it in the oven for?
wait, let me see. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, I missed a couple of steps. Okay, so Google lied to me. There's step 4 and
They
5 yet.
always lie. Okay.
So after you put the Crocs on the sheet so they're not touching, it says to ensure that the heel straps are folded up and rested on top of the Crocs, since they're thin. If you leave them down, they'll shrink. Apparently, so you don't want that.
Oh, so if you're like if you bought like a pair of Crocs that were too big for you, like a little
That
bit too big,
must,
you could shrink them
yeah,
too. Oh,
yeah,
that's
that must be
neat.
what that is. And it says place it in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes.
Oh my god, it's like cookies. It's
The cookie's
exactly
longer.
like cookies.
I think it depends on the type of cookies you're making, but
And then just put your feet in there and walk around and they will
I guess the thing that would concern me though is like I don't want the fumes from like the Crocs technically melting to
yeah.
be in
Yeah, you
my oven.
don't know what you yeah, in the oven. I mean, you could air out the
But
oven, but I'm still like it's in the air. You're breathing it in.
yeah, that's the danger with
All that
that. Yeah.
cancer gas.
Oh man.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just an Amazon review. It sounds like so. It's
Oh no.
yeah. So they said came oversized, then custom molded them to make them fit perfectly. So that's what this person did. Apparently it works.
It
Don't know if I
worked.
recommend it, but it
I
works.
don't think I would recommend it either.
Well, if you put the chicken giblets in there, it smells like fried chicken.
Oh, that would melt. But that would
Yeah,
be
well,
good.
pretty fast.
It would be so funny.
Yeah.
Like you come home and you're like, oh, what are you cooking there? And they're like, oh, it smells like fried chicken. And like, then they're like, yep, it's ready. And you open the oven and there's just Crocs sitting there.
Ew.
KFC Crocs.
Dinner's ready. That would have been a perfect commercial for them.
That would have been a
That was so
perfect
great.
one. And it's just like what's his name? The Colonel Sanders.
Yep.
Yep.
Just he bakes it in his oven and is like, what would be like his wife and his kids come home. He's like, made
Is
dinner.
Colonel Sanders married? I always thought he was more like Hugh Hefner, like Playboy bunny guy.
Let's see.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders gives off a vibe of being like a forever bachelor to me. I don't know why. I think it's the all white suit and like the very like coiffed hair, like hairdo, beard.
So I guess I don't know about the character that they have, but
Damn.
yeah, it looked like the real guy though. He was married a couple times actually.
Oh, all right. More of like okay. Got around
So
the
yeah.
block. Okay.
So the real man was married, but I don't know about the current one.
The fictional, the Colonel. The Colonel.
Yeah, Crocs has had a lot of like I think what was it? It was like Balenciaga. They made a collab
That's such
version.
no way.
Yeah, so
Really?
they made like platform Crocs, and these things, I think they're like 6 inches tall.
Balenciaga.
Yeah, Google them. Google them. They're like 6 inches tall. They're expensive as heck. They also made high heel Crocs. That one's this. Oh, so I just Googled that, and the high heel Balenciaga Crocs, the stiletto versions, just came out in June.
Oh my lord, they are a thing. No.
Oh man,
What in the heck?
that's pretty great.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, we get some very expensive Crocs. Crocs are
Wow.
already expensive for what they are,
Oh man.
but yeah, no, that takes them to a whole new level.
I mean, I got the whole Post Malone and Crocs crossover
Yeah.
promotion thing because he's kind of like his whole vibe is like I drink Bud Light and smoke cigarettes, and I was kind of like, yeah,
Yeah.
Crocs, but
Yeah.
not the French luxury brand Balenciaga. I was like, what?
Yeah, it kind of just is like
That's
it's
a
just a little odd.
that's odd. That doesn't go together that well. Alright,
Yeah.
do you know what else doesn't go together?
Uh-oh, what?
Wasn't that a seafood and Taco Bell?
Oh, no.
Wasn't that a good segue?
That was good.
That was such a good segue. I want everybody to
That was
mark
good.
this, mark it. That was the best segue I've ever come up with. It just fell in my lap and wiggled. Alright.
Oh,
Okay, people. Yeah, Taco Bell and seafood doesn't mix well. Everybody knows this. Like, it's not that obvious. But in the
it's
19
not that obvious, or it is obvious?
Oh, it's that. Yeah, it is that
Okay.
obvious. Dang, I
Sorry,
just screwed it all up.
you're good.
Sorry. I have a degree in art, everyone, not
You're fine.
English. Anyways, so in the 1980s, Taco Bell was a new fast food restaurant. They didn't really know what their lane was yet. Like, cause their lane right now is like if you're drunk or high or it's
Mhm.
midnight or 3 a.m., we're open. Come eat. It's fat. It's bad for you. We don't care.
It's good though.
It's good though, but it's like we don't really care. But in the 1980s, they didn't really know, so they were trying to play catch up with like the bigger catch up. They're with the sorry, they were trying to catch up with the bigger fast food chains. So in 1986, they introduced a seafood salad, and they want that was so the seafood salad was their attempt to get like health conscious people to eat there like during Lent instead of with the fish fillet at McDonald's, right? But
But
yeah,
eh.
the seafood salad was in a taco bowl. Okay, so hard shell like tortilla like taco bowl, and it had everything that would usually go in a taco bowl, like cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, olives, and then so the only thing that was different is they replaced the beef with shrimp, whitefish, and crab. And it was discontinued very quickly because nobody wants fish when they go to Taco Bell. Like, you don't I can't think of one fast food restaurant that has crab.
I think shrimp and crab are
Like,
kinda
that's just like a disgusting, smelly thing that you just don't want. Like, that smell, you don't wanna mix with fried food.
no. Oh, that makes me sick. Yeah.
Makes me ill. Like, you can understand, and then you're gonna be like, "But Kendra, they're like Long John Silver's, you can get, fried shrimp," and I'm like, "Yeah, but
That's
the
true.
smell is being covered by the fried bread around it." So the fried bread is, like, giving it a hug, like, the smell. The smell of, like, fishy ick is just like a hug.
You shall not escape my hugs.
Mhm.
I guess, like, yeah, fish tacos exist, but something just I think with, like, the olives and the fact it's a taco
And,
shell
like, cheese, it's like the
and, like,
spray cheese.
cheese. It's spray cheese, not even, like, shredded
It's not
cheese?
shredded cheese, it was, like,
Ugh.
spray it looked like,
Like
Cheese
EB
Whiz spray,
cheese?
yeah.
Oh, no.
In, like,
That's
the taco
worse.
bowl no, no, no. That's just a whole lotta wrong.
I don't know, I guess there's, like, a few things, like, I understand McDonald's, like, their was is, like what kind of fish do they have in the fish
I
fillet?
think
Like a
it's just
whitefish?
whitefish or
Okay.
cod, it's either or, but I mean, it's in a breaded patty, like,
Yeah, like,
that's normal.
to me, I guess, like, fast food and, like, shrimp and that doesn't make sense to me. That to me, it's
I
like
It made sense to whoever came up with this at Taco Bell. Sickos.
oh,
Sickos.
man. Yeah, I don't think I'd go there. Could you imagine, like, a bunch of drunk college kids getting seafood?
Ugh, and just getting sick 'cause of
That's the
gross,
thing too
gross,
is,
gross.
like, shrimp I think shrimp is, like, you have to keep it pretty, like, cold and, like, make sure it's not tampered with because otherwise it can get you sick pretty fast.
Yep, gross.
When was Taco Bell, like, started? Was that in the '80s?
I think it's in the 80s, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they were older than that, but
Really?
for some reason, I had it in my head.
Isn't Taco John's, like, older?
I think so. That might be why. I don't know for sure.
Oh, wow! I lied to everybody. Taco
What?
Bell started in Irvine, California in 1962
Oh, wow, that's okay.
by founder Glenn Bell.
That makes sense.
Wow. It's
That
w
makes sense too, because like, didn't they have, like, that pop-up Taco Bell hotel for a while, like, in
Yeah,
California?
they've tried to
It's
do a lot of
like
weird stuff.
Oh, no.
So then in 1964, their first franchisee, they opened in Torrance, California, and then 1967, the 100th restaurant opened up in California. So it seemed like it
Oh,
was
wow.
exclusively like California restaurant.
I don't know why, but I guess I didn't see it as a California restaurant. I think it's because, like, at least nowadays, like, they're very, like, to me, like, their culture is very health conscious, very much
Oh,
like
yeah.
the acai bowls, like fish, and like not
Uh-huh.
Taco Bell.
Not Taco Bell. They got In-N-Out Burger, that's not good for
That's
you.
true. That's true. Yeah.
Mhm. But and it just says that in 1978, PepsiCo purchased Taco Bell, so that's when it became.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
PepsiCo is very smart, and they have a very diverse portfolio of companies that they own, besides
Mhm.
just selling soft drinks. Alright, Katrina. But what you don't do is
What you
and
don't do?
yeah.
Well,
See, I led you into it.
it's like yeah.
What you don't do is
Well, you don't do what this restaurant did.
Woo!
Well, maybe you
There you
do.
go, there you go. Get it.
Well, this one actually turned out pretty good for them. So Burger King sent people to the wrong restaurant. So in
What?
December 2018, Burger King said that they would be turning 14,000 McDonald's restaurants into Burger King restaurants. This doesn't mean that the Burger King went out and like purchased all these stores. Instead, they basically so it was to promote their new app.
What?
So yeah, so they had this thing set up. It was like a GPS thing in their app, but basically they make customers go in within 600 feet of these 1,400 McDonald's stores, and then
Okay.
you go into your app and you click this thing that says "Get your Whopper for a penny." So you had to be in the McDonald's parking lot, and then you could
Yeah.
order your penny Whopper. Yeah, so according to a Burger King press release, they said if a guest is inside one of these geofenced areas and has the new BK app on their device, the app will unlock the Whopper sandwich for a penny promotion. Of course, to get the penny Whopper, the customer had to leave the McDonald's, presumably. So
Mhm.
they're kind of betting on the fact that like
So
they weren't just gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna get McDonald's instead.
yeah, so we just, like, go in the McDonald's and just don't leave without making a purchase at McDonald's, go to
Yeah,
Burger King. Okay.
yeah, pretty much. So then the restaurant's senior marketing executive, Fernando Mercado, told CNN that it earned 20 times the promotions of any other Burger King app promotion, and more than 50,000 people redeemed it. So yeah, however, it didn't go completely smoothly because apparently there are complaints that glitches happened within the app, and some people got charged $1,000 instead of a penny
Oh
for a
my
Whopper.
gosh.
So that's a big oopsie. But apparently it did pretty well.
The
So
app had an app attack.
yep. Yeah, it did. I mean, I guess maybe I'd do it if I was like in the vicinity of both.
Honestly, I would just go to McDonald's. I was telling Mr. Kendra the other like, maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever
Okay.
it was. I've never been to Burger King.
Have you really?
No, I've never been to Burger King.
Oh
We didn't
wow.
have Burger King locations where I grew up. We just
Okay.
had Arby's and McDonald's, and that was kind of the main fast food, and KFC and stuff like that, but no
Mhm.
Burger King. So I
Oh,
we just
interesting.
never traveling or road tripping anything like that, never stopped in one.
I guess it was kind of the opposite for me. We had Burger King, and then the only other fast food place we had was Subway. So we had Dairy Queen too. So we had
Mhm.
Dairy Queen, Burger King, Subway. So we go to Burger King
Instead of
like
McDonald's, so you're
yeah.
okay. That's so weird.
Except for like on road trips and stuff, we get to go to McDonald's because like the
Mhm.
closest ones are like half hour away
Oh,
anywhere you
wow.
go.
That's so weird.
So but yeah.
Okay. All right. I see your Burger King story, and I'll raise
Okay.
you a Burger King story.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay. This is Burger Virgins.
uh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, when considering the tale of how the one-time king of burgers, Burger King, dropped to number 3 in the fast food rankings, difficult to zero in on any one marketing faux pas. Perhaps it is the polarizing king mascots whom agencies described as having a death mask of a grin, like something
Oh.
out of a John Carpenter movie. Or perhaps it was the ad campaign that offended folks of practically every race, culture, and religion that may have really dethroned the one-time king. So in 2008, the Whopper Virgins campaign saw the fast food giant traveling to remote areas of the globe. So examples would be like Transylvania and Greenland to find burger virgins to taste test Whoppers and Big Macs. So that would be like a taste test comparison. And the quote they, like, quoted as saying, like, they didn't even quite know how to pick it up, like, the people that the burger virgins. So the
Oh
campaign, like,
no.
made fun of them. They, like, boasted that they didn't know how to pick up a burger. So then critics pointed out that many of these areas suffered from poverty and
Oh shit.
yeah, and Adweek commented it, quote, embarrassing and emblematic of how ignorant Americans seem to the rest of the world, end quote. So sales began to decline in 2009 with a number of Burger King stores closing shop, and one franchisee, told Ad Age, quote, we've been impacted because of the marketing faux pas.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so they're basically making fun of people that were poor in countries that didn't have fast food restaurants, and yeah, so
well, like too, like even like I think aren't hamburgers mostly like a US thing, like an American thing? Like
yeah, I'm pretty sure I might be like, I'm probably messing this up. I thought it was like either an English or a German thing,
okay. And
and
we
then
just
we just
kinda
Americanized it because we Americanize everything. Like
okay.
is it General Tso's chicken? Chow's chicken?
So yeah,
It's yeah, that's how you say
there
it.
you
I always say everything
go.
wrong.
General toe.
General Toe. Sorry, everybody. I say knife sometimes too instead of a knife, but General Tao. So that's an General Chow's chicken. That's an American creation.
You said it differently like 3 times.
I know. I don't know how to say it. It's so
It's okay.
confusing. I'm sorry.
Do you
It's
want me to Google it?
yeah, it's like a
Okay.
TSO. That's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that. They didn't teach me that in elementary school. Yeah, so hamburger derives from Hamburg in Germany. Oh, duh. Oh my gosh, I feel so stupid now. Duh, hamburgers from Hamburg, Germany. Oh my gosh.
Uh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's like, let's see.
It says so, basically like saying so.
So,
A
okay,
little bit of a T it sounds like, but mostly
okay,
just so, like so.
okay.
So
But
I did say it
anyway,
wrong. I'm sorry.
I said it wrong too. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to. Anyway, yeah, that's an American invention.
Do you want another very American invention?
Pizza?
No, but how about
Oh, that was a
okay, sorry.
segue.
Yeah. Dang it.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
That didn't work so good. Anyways, we're gonna jump back to KFC, who I think is probably like the king of like promotions because they have a lot of interesting ones. But they decided in December 2020 to create a video gaming console that looked like a bucket of chicken that could heat up
Oh
your
my
chicken.
god, I saw that. I've heard of this, and I wanted one so bad.
The KFC console.
Yeah,
You know,
it could heat up your chicken for you. Oh, delicious fried chicken.
yeah, I guess I don't know if it
Mm.
heats it up or if it just like keeps it hot, but
Oh,
yeah, it sounds interesting.
tell me more.
Alright. So KFC launched their collab with Cooler Master, creating the KF console. It was originally released in June 2020, and the console went viral on the internet within like hours of the first teaser post. And then, according to KFC's official press release, the bargain bucket shaped machine features the world's first built in chicken chamber, which is knitted.
Chicken Chamber. That would be such a cool metal band name. Chicken Chamber.
There's chickens walking around the stage as they're
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah, because,
That's
like,
great.
chickens kind of look like they're headbanging anyway when they walk, because they move in such, like, weird
That's
sporadic, like,
true.
and they peck at the floor a lot. They peck at anything. So you
Yeah.
could that'd be a chicken chamber. Yeah.
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 Yep. So this chicken chamber is designed to keep the contents hot and ready for consumption during intense gaming sessions. So apparently this machine is also like a top level computer like console. So yeah, I don't think you can I looked at their website when I was looking this up and they still say it's like coming soon. So I
Oh,
don't know if it's ever gonna happen.
lame.
I did
Okay.
read some articles like if it ever did truly happen, it'd be like a very small amount that'd be sold and probably for like $1,000 or something crazy.
Lame.
So I'm sorry. You just have to be set up for like their pre-release or whatever, so then
Okay.
you can jump on it when they
I want that
finally
chicken
make
chamber.
it. Chicken chamber.
Alrighty. That's a good one. I think
That's
that
funny.
one's
Yeah.
funny. Okay. So I don't think we've like skewered McDonald's yet. We haven't done one about McDonald's yet. So
Well, Burger King tried to burn McDonald's, but I
they
don't know how much that
you
worked.
can't burn the golden arches, baby. You
Yeah.
can't. McDonald's is king, except this one time.
Oh.
Actually, they McDonald's has like the funniest, most epic fails of promotions
Oh
ever.
really?
They
Oh
do. It's
no.
so bad. But this one was a big eye opener. I was like, "Wow, this looks bad." So this is called the McAfrica. Yes, you heard me right. McAfrica. Because they put Mick in front of literally everything and it's so stupid.
McChicken, McFlurry,
Mhm. Yep. McNuggets. Yeah,
Yeah.
McAfrica.
Oh
So
no.
McDonald's, I think everybody knows that McDonald's has like special dishes and menu items around the
Mhm.
world. So
Yep.
like in McDonald's Singapore, they have truffle fries. India, they have a McCurry pan. Yeah, McCurry. They had to add that Mick in there. Okay, and then Spain gets gazpacho. So, like, that's nothing new. So, nobody at McDonald's, like, corporate, seemed to blink an eye or really care when somebody suggested introducing the McAfrica in 2002. It
Oh no.
consisted of beef, cheese, tomatoes, and salad inside pita bread, and it was supposed to echo an authentic African recipe. So they were like, yeah, that's great. Well, here's where it all went wrong, people. McDonald's released this new menu item at the same time that a famine was ravaging the southern half of Africa.
And this was in Africa that they're releasing this?
No, this was in America, but I mean,
Oh,
it
this-
was this famine
oh,
was so bad that it was national news everywhere, okay?
oh no.
And then McDonald's made it even worse when they decided to only release it in Norway first, okay? Like first. And the Norway is one of the world's richest nations, so it was even more of like a FU to like starving people in Africa. So the
Wow.
McAfrica was so bombarded with criticism that after its debut, that McDonald's was forced to allow like ad agencies to leave fundraising posters and collection boxes in its Norwegian branches just to like try and make them look a little bit better. And then of course they only allowed them in the restaurants actually selling the McAfrica and not the restaurants that weren't selling the
That
McAfrica.
makes it bad too.
Yep. And they only had the collection boxes as long as the McAfrica thing was on the menu, and then they pulled
See,
it.
see, if you want
Oh
to
my
clear your name and
god!
you want to do better, have these donation boxes until things get better. Don't just
Or
be like,
forever.
oh, yeah, well,
I
forever,
could
yeah.
have
But like,
forever.
at least like don't pull it right away.
That's
Like
so bad, and they
after
had it in Norway. Yeah,
the thing too is like you know how it's like gazpacho or McFry, McCurry, whatever.
a
Why wouldn't
McAfrica.
why wouldn't they name it after this like recipe that they're supposed to be following, like
I
mimicking?
don't know.
Why wouldn't it be named Mick that, not
That's
an actual
that's
country?
what I was thinking. I was like, why would he? Yeah, but
Like what?
it's yeah, it's just the whole thing is like, what were you thinking? Were you
That's
thinking of anything like people's feelings other than
no,
money?
probably not at that point.
That's
No,
so bad.
that's the worst one so far.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst one we're gonna get all day.
Yeah.
So, oh no.
Cheer us up, Katrina. That's so bad.
Oh well, how about starting a fire?
Oh yeah, that makes me feel way better.
Yeah,
Arson. Woo.
cathartic, you know. Yeah, so in 2011, the Costa Mesa based chain El Pollo Loco sent out a press release saying that they plan to create the world's largest man-made fire.
Oh my
Why?
god. Why would that be your goal? Why would
Well,
that be your goal?
why? Well, apparently they needed to get the word out that their new flame grilled chicken was
Oh
on the
my
menu.
god.
Yep. So spectators like expecting to attend the event were actually kind of like surprised because they weren't told that it was actually just a commercial shoot for the brand.
Mhm.
So it wasn't as like spectacular as they thought it would be. So yeah,
Oh
so
my
the chain says
god.
that they really did try to attempt to break the record, but it didn't happen. And a lot of companies, or a lot of publications said that the promotion is a fraud, which it kind of sounds like it a little bit, you know,
Yeah,
but
the world's biggest fire. Ugh.
a man-made fire. Well, wouldn't that be like at Burning Man and stuff? Like when they like
I
don't they like
don't
torch
I haven't
the
Oh, the man statue, the effigy?
yeah.
I don't yeah, but I mean, I don't know, there has to be something bigger than that.
Doing a lot of googling today.
But I
Google.
mean, yeah, man, the FBI is probably looking at your search history monster right now.
Oh, probably, honestly. Well, wouldn't it be like a wildfire? Like,
I mean,
um,
is that man-made though?
I mean, if you like start a spark, but, like you don't set out your
Or
campfire,
wasn't
like you have.
what was it? The conspiracy theory on one in California was like a gender reveal gone
Yeah,
wrong or something.
I thought that wasn't never proven.
I don't
Um,
know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I heard
alleged.
about
We'll
that
say
too.
alleged, because then no one can sue us. Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah. So the Chinaga fire, I think, says started in a logging slash in British Columbia, Canada, on the
Hmm.
1st of June in 1950. It grew out of control and ended 5 months later on October 31st in Alberta. So it burned approximately 1.2 million hectares or 3 million acres of boreal forest.
Oh my
So yeah,
gosh.
that's a big oopsie.
That's
And
a big oopsie.
I don't think that El Pollo Loco wanted to start something that big, so I think we're safe.
All right.
We're good.
Okay, we're gonna move on from arson to the Quiznos Monsters.
All right. Oh no.
Okay, so this artist from this British like TV channel, he created these like weird little creatures that looked like part marmoset, part gerbil. They had really bad teeth, like blown up big mouths, and they had bad teeth, and they had huge eyes, and they wore curious hats. So curious hats, I mean like a pirate hat, and then like a bowler hat.
That's great.
And these
Oh
creatures
no.
sang like these monsters, they sang like warbly songs talking about the moon and cheese and furry animals and stuff. And they were called sponge monkeys. And somebody at Quiznos thought that this would be the perfect mascot to sell Americans toasted sandwiches. So the public hated slash loved these spoke things, as Quiznos referred to them as, and the company's main switchboard received 30,000 phone calls in the week of February in 2004 that the odd creatures first screeched their love of the subs to the American public. And nobody hated the Sponge Monkeys more than the franchisees,
Oh no.
with one in Mobile, Alabama, posting a sign on his door that he had nothing to do with the marketing campaign. And then while the company wouldn't disclose what the campaign had done to sale figures, they quickly dialed back on the Sponge Monkey campaign, and then they shift their focus to on real product benefit, whatever that means.
Like what they actually are selling, yeah, not just some
Oh,
creepy little creatures like
got it.
singing. Yeah, they look like chinchillas with bulged out eyes and hats.
Do you remember those Kia hamsters that were like from 10
Yeah,
years ago? Well,
yeah.
these things look like crack babies of theirs. So,
But they don't have nice little cars.
no, they just have
They're
curious
just
hats.
curious.
And
Those
one plays a
curious hats.
guitar. Yep, and one plays a
Oh
guitar.
no. I think they kind of remind me of my siblings used to like these things. I think they're called like ugly dolls or something like that.
Yeah, they
And
do
yeah,
look like ugly dolls.
a little bit, but like something that could be an actual like real version of one of those. But yeah, like same weird eyes and giant mouths.
Yeah, they're
And
hideous. I like their songs though.
I think I remember seeing this as a kid, just like vaguely, because the picture looks very familiar.
Hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't get subs from Dancing Chinchilla Monsters. So
I
I do
try
feel
it.
you try it, you go
Yeah,
see what the
I take
little
a bite. I see what all the hubbub is about.
the spokes things or the spokes things? Yeah, spokes things we're
Spoke
talking
things.
about. Spokes things. Oh no. Okay. Alright. So I have two left. Do we want candles or a
Candles!
monstrosity? Candles?
Always candles.
Candles, always more
Always more
candles.
candles. Not even a question.
You might not want these candles because they're McDonald's candles. So, McDonald's, sometime around February 2020, as a part of their Quarter Pounder fan club, McDonald's was offering several special items to display for your love of Quarter Pounder, including these scented candles.
Oh
Well,
no.
this 6-pack of candles in a beautiful collector's edition box
No.
came in 6 distinct smells.
No.
100% fresh beef,
No. Oh my
ketchup,
god.
pickle, cheese, sesame bun,
Oh my god.
onion.
Oh
Get
my
your shower
gosh.
tips.
Okay, Katrina.
Yep. No.
what the okay, if you had to have one of these horrible, like, Russian roulette
Which one
candles,
would I pick?
which one would you pick?
So I actually read some of the reviews, and some of them say like, so beef is a lot of people say is the worst, like by far the
Obviously, no
worst.
one wants to be smelling hot, steaming
Beef.
beef.
One guy described it as like
Ugh,
a
ugh.
vat of grease that you
Yeah,
haven't touched for 10
uh-huh.
years. Yeah, so that was enough of a description. But I guess actually some of the people's favorites were cheese and onion. So
No.
I guess those were like the most mild, but I think I'd probably want sesame seed bun
That's what I was
because
thinking, I'm like, that has to be
like
the easiest decision, the bun, like,
the
hot
bun.
bread, yeah.
I'd try, I don't know, some like
A
onion
pickle and onion?
pickle.
No way. I was just cutting a
uh,
onion yesterday for dinner for I made lasagna, and I was
ooh.
cutting up a whole onion, and man, I was crying, and then it just, stuck in my it felt like it stuck in my eyes hours after we
Yeah,
finished eating. It was awful.
yeah.
Yeah. I would
I
not want
think
onion. No way.
I have heard too, like, onions, so like the acids are attracted to water, so that's why they go to. But if you have like a wet paper towel or something sitting by it, it'll like help detract some of that. So
Interesting.
I tried it
Okay.
once and it seemed to work, but I don't know if it was just because it was like a milder onion, but
Alright.
you
Maybe
can
I
try
gotta
it.
try that. Okay, so wet towel or something. What if you had, like, a
Yeah,
glass of water?
you can try that.
Would
I don't
that work?
know. You I should add too that the collector's box, when you open it, it has a little note that says you should burn together all the candles for maximum deliciousness. So burn them all together and you get the full effect of the quarter pounder.
Oh, great. That's great. Oh, man.
Uh,
Okay, so this next one I have is adult Happy Meals from McDonald's. And so these were introduced in like the early 2000s after McDonald's being sued for having for promoting unhealthy eating habits for adults and children. So McDonald's decided like, "Hey, we're going to make adult Happy Meals." So it was like a taco salad, like a version of like a taco salad, and a
okay.
bottle of Dasani in a box that eerily resembled a Happy Meal box, and
Yeah.
then it came with like a step counter, like your own personal like stepometer
No.
clip. So you could be like, "Oh,
No.
yay." And then on the outside of the box, it was just like, "Be healthy, eat these things at McDonald's." And it didn't work
Mm,
at
I'd be so
all.
depressed. Like I like you're an adult and you're like, I want a toy. I get a step counter. I'd be so upset.
A step counter.
Step counter.
Oh
Oh
my
no.
gosh. Yeah, so it was only sold for a short period of time.
Was that the only one that they had, or was there like a couple options for these adult Happy Meals?
From all the examples that I've seen, it was just like a salad.
That's sad.
Yeah. Oh, they had a few salad options. Okay, but all the ones
Different
that yeah,
salads.
all the ones that I've seen look just like a taco salad with like a big hunkin' piece of like pile of beef in the middle with like sour cream. It did not look
No.
like a healthy salad.
Well, is any salad from like a fast food restaurant really healthy, like at all?
I don't know. That's a good point.
I could
Probably
see.
not, but I mean, it's probably better than I think the calories are always in the sauce, like
Yeah, the
the
sauce and like the
dressing. Yeah,
cheese
the
and
dress.
like
I
the
hate cheese on salad. I hate it so much.
yeah, I do too.
Oh, I hate it so much. I just want salads. All I really want in a salad is I want the lettuce. I want like romaine lettuce, and then I want vegetables. I don't want croutons. I don't want
Croutons are
cheese.
good though.
I'm staying away from, like, bread, though, so no croutons, no
Yeah, that
cheese,
makes
and
sense.
then I want my lettuce to be a little bit wet with dressing, and I don't want the dressing to be too sweet, and I don't want it to be too, like, I don't know, like, sour, so that's all I want.
Mhm.
Just a little bit of dressing, just a little bit. Not like it got waterboarded in dressing, but just a teeny bit, like, it's a little bit wet. It's sprinkling out. It's sprinkling with dressing.
I'm trying to find it. So I saw this thing a while ago of like how like people were comparing like calories between like different like restaurant chains and stuff, and like one of them was salads. And there was a salad I can't find it from Cheesecake Factory that was like over 1,000
Oh,
calories.
Cheesecake Factory is so bad for you. It's
I've
literally
never
called
been
the
there.
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I've never been there, but people say it's
It's
delicious.
delicious, but I mean, I don't want to know what the calories are. I really don't. It's like a gorge fest. That's what I would call the Cheesecake Factory. Is a gorge
Yeah.
fest.
Oh, here we go. Here's the barbecue ranch chicken salad.
Nope.
Guess how many calories are on there?
1,200.
A little bit more. Got
Wait, more than that?
2,150.
Wait, what?
Cheesecake Factory.
Wait, say that again. How much was what?
So on the salad, it says there is barbecue ranch. It has crispy fried onion strings on top.
Oh gosh, those are so good, but oh,
Yeah, and there's like, I guess it doesn't list everything that's in it, but it has like corn, avocado, looks like chicken, obviously. But yeah, 2,150 calories.
oh my god.
Found one that's slightly healthier. This is the one that I saw before. Sheila's chicken and avocado salad. How many calories do you think are in this one?
Chicken and salad.
Chicken and avocado salad.
Uh 2,000?
Okay. You went a little bit over on that one. It's
Okay, good.
1,830.
What? This is not a salad anymore.
I don't
See,
understand. 'Cause, like,
both of these salads are like way more than like the calorie amount that you're supposed to eat in a day, or for me
for a
at least.
meal,
For
for a
me,
meal,
yeah. No,
yeah.
for the whole day.
I thought it was 2,000 calories for a day, at least for me,
I
but I'm
eat
taller than
I
you.
eat like what? I eat 1,500 calories a day. Like
Okay,
yeah, and yeah, yeah, but I
I'm
mean,
taller,
yeah,
so that
you're
makes
a lot
sense.
taller than me. That makes sense. But $2,000 for just a salad?
Calories, not dollars.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
not
that exists.
dollars, calories.
So yeah, so if you want to eat healthy, stay as far away as you can from
That's
Cheesecake
so
Factory.
insane.
It's nuts. Yeah. All right. Are you on my
Oh,
last one? I'm on my last one.
you're the
All
last
right.
one.
All right.
Let's go.
So the last one that I have is Snapple. They created a giant popsicle. They're trying to break
Cool.
Yeah, so they're trying to break the world record of like the biggest popsicle.
Okay.
So in June 2005, Snapple wanted to beat the previous world record of the largest popsicle that was 20,000 pounds and 21 feet tall. So Snapple made one, a strawberry kiwi version, at 35,000 pounds and 25 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a bit bigger.
A bit bigger.
It's a bit bigger.
Wow.
So they had it trucked in on this freezer truck, so it was cold, and like they made sure it stayed like frozen as long as it could. So it's trucked
Good,
in freezer
good.
truck, and they use a crane to lift it. And they're trying to like put it up in the center of Union Square on the first day of
That's in New
summer.
York City, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry, New York. Yep. So they're trying to put it up in Union Square, first day of summer, so it's kind of hot.
Mhm.
They apparently didn't account for just how hot it would be, so
Oh
soon
no.
it started to melt. Uh, so,
No.
and it wasn't like just like a little trickle. It was like
A
a good.
stream.
It was like a stream.
A
Yeah, it was
gush.
pouring out pretty good. It
Oh
was a
god.
So apparently, when they were trying to take this thing out of the truck, people were like trying to get out of the way because like it's sticky too. It's like it's their strawberry kiwi drink, so it's like it's sticky.
It's
It's
just like a sticky hot mess.
Yeah, so people were trying to back away from it and basically rushing out of the square, trying to not get like because some of the people were afraid they were going to slip and fall on it. And so then after this started happening, fire trucks and police cars moved in to try to block off traffic and pedestrians, so that way no one else would get into it.
Great.
So Snapple officials first started to worry when the pink liquid started to flow onto East 17th Street. So yeah. And then so they feared that cyclists and automobiles would slip into the melted ice popsicle.
Uh-huh.
So then they had a few ice sculpture specialists who were helping with like creating this thing, and they said that like when they saw how much it was melting, they were becoming very concerned about how hollow the middle of it would be, because the outside was pretty solid, but the middle was what was melting. I don't really know why, unless it just never got fully solid in the beginning.
Okay.
So they're becoming increasingly worried that they wouldn't stand on the popsicle stick. So Snapple officials then decided to stop the Snapple raising, disappointing the huge crowd, but instead of going full vertical, it was only a 25-degree angle, so it just barely got out of the truck.
Why? Hey, here's my thing. Why would you go along with it if it was making this much of a mess already?
I think they wanted to get it all the way out of the truck. I don't know if it was like because they had to in order to get their world record, because they had to show the full thing or what
Okay.
it was. But they tried, and then they're like, no, this is a danger, because you don't want it to like break apart or break in half and crush somebody if it fell or like something like that. So then they're like, no, don't raise it, just let it sit there. So yeah, so then pretty quickly after that, the big mushy mess was shoved back in the truck and hauled away. And then
Oh, what do they do with it? What do you do with it?
that's a good question. I don't know. But apparently, a television-sized ice sculpture in the shape of Snapple's logo took its place shortly after. So
Nice. Okay.
they're like, we tried this, but here's an ice sculpture just in
Yeah.
case.
We
Sorry.
promised. Yeah, we promised this, but here we go. Here's this apple instead.
It's just a Snapple. This is our logo.
I
It was
thought
just
the
like there.
Snapple logo was an apple.
Is it? No.
I don't think it is. I think I made that up. I think I was thinking about Snapple apple.
Snapple. Oh, that could be, yeah. Yeah, because they're Snapple's like a sunshine. Yeah. Its old logo is
Okay.
kind of creepy because it has a really creepy smiling sun.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah. Snapple's just like their name and then a sun
With the
peeking
sun.
over it.
All right,
so.
no, nothing with an apple. You could get Snapple apple, and that would be like apple juice. But okay.
Yeah, well, the apple bottle does have like an apple behind it,
Mhm.
but it's not like part of the logo. So
All right, I think that was the best way to end it with the monolith of a Snapple popsicle that
Snapple
just
popsicle.
died in the heat that no one took into account.
Oh, I just love how everyone's like freaking out because that is kind of scary though, because it's like gallons and gallons of this stuff like rushing out, and
Yeah,
like people are,
at one time.
yeah, it's like, what do you do at that point?
Yeah, what
I
do
don't
you
know how they
do?
cleaned it up, but
What a
oh,
nightmare.
glad I'm not part of that team. Could you imagine how much flack they would have gotten then from like their bosses and stuff? They're like, you
Yeah.
flooded Union Square with Snapple.
With the freaking kaiju-sized Snapple popsicle. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh man. Well, thank you, Wanderers, for tuning in to another Foolish Wanderers podcast. Thank you so much to everyone who's been listening to us from the very beginning, and thank you so much as well to everybody that's been coming in and finding our little podcast.
Mhm.
If you want to send in any like suggestions for future episodes, if you want to send us like a shout out, we can shout out you or your friend or whoever on the show. If you have anything to talk to us about, send us an email at fwplisteners@gmail.com. And then check out our Instagram where we post companion photos to our videos at Foolish Wanderers Podcast on Instagram. And then also check out our YouTube channel, subscribe and watch our videos, which are our podcasts on YouTube as well at Foolish Wanderers Podcast.
And new episodes out every single Wednesday to
Yeah.
wherever you get your podcasts.
Except for, I think, Google.
Except for Google, yeah.
Google. I think Google rejected us.
Google rejected us.
Dang it, Google.
But we're everywhere else. We're even on like smart speakers, Amazon smart speakers.
Yeah, like Alexa and stuff.
Yeah, like that. So you could just say like, "Hey Alexa, play Foolish Wanderers podcast," and she would do it.
Oh. Can you imagine? Like anybody like was watching it and their Alexa's in the room and just wakes up and starts playing our podcast.
I think that works.
I think it does. I think so. I was at work one day and like so our desks are pretty decently close. It was still like across the room, like probably like 15 feet away from me.
Okay.
But one of my coworkers, she goes, "Hey Siri," and my phone woke up and like started like I was like,
No, like that would work, but
mhm.
but I mean like a electronic voice, like something coming that's not from a human being at that moment.
Oh, like at the like if
Like
you
in a
were in the room
TV,
and we're
yeah,
not.
like the TV.
I don't have Alexa because it kind of creeps me out, to be honest. but yeah, I've always kind of wondered because I don't remember what advertisement it was, but there was one like last year that like the guy on there was like, "Hey Alexa," and I wondered if that like woke up everybody's Alexa and they're like those watching that episode. I always kind of wondered that.
I'm kind of wondering that too.
But
anyway, y'all can Google it. I don't care.
or test it out.
Yeah,
Play us on blast and see if your Alexa wakes up.
yeah, do that. Anyway.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.